Hey, my name is Dominic. I'm a fourth-year PhD student at Auburn on the builder track for this hackathon. So the problem I was trying to solve is when you run a simulation and you want to view it, you usually have to download a lot of data. I've actually already built a VS Code extension that can view trajectories over SSH. This is the first of its kind, and it's actually gotten relatively popular. But every viewer, mine included, ships a fixed menu of representations and analyses, and the menu is a guess about what you need, and I didn't want to fall into that trap anymore. So I rebuilt it from the ground up around a grammar that can really address anything within the trajectory viewer, and natively supports Claude inside of it, so you can actually run analysis on the trajectory. Shows you the Python before it runs it and paints the results onto the structure. So let's open up the simulation here. This is the first thing I did was build a benchmark of systems, and as you can see, this is very bare bones initially. So let's isolate the polymer. So what we can do is just select ions and solvent, and we can right-click them out, zoom in on the view. Say if we wanted to just isolate one chain, right? So we actually have a terminal with a language, right? And you can actually see the commands here. They're super self-explanatory. This is one aspect that I'm actually kind of proud of. You can right-click and drag over the sequence, even at the atomic level. It's very fun to use, very satisfying. But what about the representations, right? So we can technically, change the color, size, and of things within the command line, but I'm kind of lazy, so what I'm going to do is ask Claude to do it. So you can do the /Claude and boom. So the agent actually takes a little bit of time to boot up and run. I need to fix that, but in the meantime, I'm just going to wait here and kind of play around with the viewer for you to look at. Sorry, this is something I forgot to mention. I actually already have the .molaro file here, which creates the scripts. So I just deleted it to show you that I'm not cheating or anything. Okay, looks like it built something. It created a new .molaro file. You can actually view what it made and validate it if you want to, or you can just approve it, and there we go. So now we have pretty standard representation of these things, right? But the coolest part about this is that this is transferable, right? So let's open up another simulation here, and so say we wanted to color it again. So you can go to mods, and you can do normal view all. Oops. Right, and it did the thing, right? So now let's say we want to perform an analysis. So this protein actually opens up and stuff. So let's say we want to, pick these two residues here and graph the distance over time, right? So I'm gonna ask Claude to do that. And we actually want to create a mod for it, so we can do this again, right? I'm gonna do that. You can read that there, and I'm just gonna play around while we wait. All right, looks like it made something, so we can see there's a new file here, right? Approve, and boom. So now we have a new graph, right? And we can slide across that. So let's just look at these residues here. Let's see. Yeah, looks pretty reasonable, right? Now, of course, you can check the code. So what you just saw here is basically I created a viewer with no opinions in it. There's no menu of representations because I didn't want to guess what you needed. There's a grammar and there's an agent, and it can do the things for you. So as a consequence, the more you use this, the more you have conversations with the agent, the more your viewer grows and it personalizes to you. And then you can share your mods with others, and hopefully that would cause a growing community of representations and analysis. And there's still a lot more work to do. Like I want to add representations that change across time in response to some quantity, like solvent accessibility surface area or something like that. Also, I want to add more like things like cartoons and surfaces. But this is a really fun tool to use, and I'm really excited about it. And I really thank you for this opportunity for allowing me to build this and share it with you. And yeah, that's it.